So how can we improve data quality? Because this is quite a hot topic at the moment. And for me, there's these three areas that are really important. So I'm talking here about prospective studies with primary data collection from patients or caregivers. And the first one is user experience. So if it's easy to use, if it's nice to use, then people are more likely to want to use it. It's really that simple. And our focus in the design and development of our studies is patient centricity, as we've said. And to maximize the data that we get collected and the quality of that data, it's really vital that participants can use our apps and enter their data with ease. And that encourages participants to complete all of the data entry that we've asked them to do. And that's for cross-sectional studies. And then to actually come back and keep providing that data in a longitudinal study, as if they've had a good experience, they'll come back and keep providing their data. And if it's difficult or clunky to enter the data, it's demotivating for participants and they simply won't want to bother entering any more data, or they might rush through or not quite understand and provide some incomplete data. The second one, as I touched on just now, is patient engagement and understanding. So it's also important from the data quality perspective, as patients understanding what their data are being used for and the way that their data can contribute to improving treatment and care for others with the same condition is likely to improve the quality of the data that they provide if they can see tangible benefit to themselves and the community. And if they're engaged in the study and they feel valued and that the data that they're providing is really important, then they are much more likely to contribute meaningful data. And then the last part is the statistical analysis. Again, a bit more classic. It can be used to maintain data quality, and it can be two different ways, really. Empirical or data-driven. So, for example, univariate or multivariate analyses just to detect anomalies or outliers in the data. And then the other would be more clinician or expert-led, where certain patterns or certain combinations of data probably wouldn't make sense. So then we can look at the data, conduct analyses to see if any of those unexpected patterns occur and look at them in conjunction with other patterns that might be occurring within that patient and make a judgment call from there. But it's a whole cross-functional team effort on that one, really. It's not just an analysis problem. And it's also important to mention the existing frameworks for real-world data studies. So, for example, the NICE real-world evidence framework, which includes guidance around data management, data specification, quality assurance, all those kinds of things. And obviously, the key point is the more data we can collect of a high quality, the better we can understand the real-world implications of living with certain conditions for patients and for their caregivers, which is ultimately our main aim.